And welcome in finally to our live broadcast here of tonight's Stoner's Pizza baseball game of the failure of internet service here at the ballpark. And we have gone underground to get internet service now, and we are live, but we're not for sure how long. It is a 3-1 ball game. We are in the top of the second. And at the plate, it's going to drive one to right field, is going to be number 11, and that is Jackson Taylor. And he is going to get the runner home on a single, and he's going to be at first. And Jackson Taylor has now made this a 3-2 ball game. Up next is number 7, and that is Walker Schofield. And he is playing second base tonight. On the mound for the Trojans, well, I'll tell you what, we'll get through this inning here, and we'll try to get you caught up. 3-2 is your score. Top of the second. Trojans got 3 in the first off a 3-run homer by Austin Marchman, their left fielder. Swing and a miss, and for the Trojans is number 26, and that is Logan Fink. We'll go between innings. We'll try to get you caught up here. What a nightmare we had getting on the air. But we are finally here, and we apologize to you. Friday night baseball live from Tattnall Square Academy. It's a crosstown rival and an old one at that. The Coach Bubba Poole coming over to take on Joey Hiller in the Tattnall Square Academy Trojans. Three-two one homer by Austin Marchman, who is playing left field here tonight. On the mound, Logan Fink. And that one's going to be fouled back. We'll come down. Is your first baseman. Miles Morris is your shortstop. Pitcher is Logan Fink. Austin Marchman is in left field. Right field is going to be designated hit tonight by Luke Lasky. Third baseman is Brooks Gorman. Your catcher is Hunter Alexander. Your second baseman is Dawson Brown. And your center fielder is B.J. Spears for the Trojans. The visiting Cavaliers, it'll be at shortstop number 11, Jackson Taylor. At second base, number 7, Walker Schofield. At third base is number 22, Rossman Diaz. Carson Riley, here's the pitch, swinging a miss, and he fouled it again. Your center fielder is going to be number 6. Is going to be number 16, Landon Jernigan. Your right fielder is going to be number 6, and that's Micah Hadaway. Your catcher is Clay Murphy, number 9. Andrew Craddock is your designated. Get out. And your pitcher is number 9 and number 4, rather, and that is Jackson Neville. So we go to the bottom of the second. Is going to score 2, 3-2. We'll be back. Hopefully, hang on, everybody. I think we're good to go. We'll see you in a minute. We'll be back after this timeout.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
And welcome back as we lead off the bottom of the second here. And at the plate is Hunter Alexander, your starting catcher tonight. On the mound, Jackson up a 3-run homer with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Gave the Trojans the lead 3-0, but the Cavaliers battled back in the top half, bottom of the first rather. Scored 2 runs. It's 3-2. 1 ball and 1 strike to the catcher, Hunter Alexander, tonight. Used to seeing Trey Ham behind the plate for the Trojans. And there's a little high chopper to the shortstop, and he's going to take, and he's going to fire and get him in time and get throw by Jackson Taylor there to get the first out. Up next will be Dawson Brown. Strike 1 on the inside. Jackson Neville on the mound for strike as he squared the bunt. Chopper to the shortstop, and he's going to throw the first in time, 2 away. So Jackson Taylor, the busy man on the infield here for this bottom of the second. And that's going to bring up center fielder number 42, B.J. Spears. Baseman Trey Ham. Squares to bunt. Little chopper to the third baseman, throw the first in time, and he's got him. So down go the Trojans, 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the top of the third. 3-2 is your .com. We'll be back.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
And we're back live here at Tattnall Square Academy. Rossman Diaz, your starting third baseman for the Cavaliers, and a dangerous hitter at the plate. The right-hander stands baseman, and he'll go to first in time, and it's one away. Brooks Gorman at third, Traham at first. Gorman gathered that one in, got him down. Up next will be number 33, Carson Riley, your starting left fielder for the Cavaliers. One away, top of the third here. 3-2 ball game, Trojans lead it. Swing and a miss, strike one. Low ball outside, 1-1. And the groans from the faithful could be heard. They thought it was a strike, but to no avail. Squared the bunt and got him on a strike. 1-2. One away here, top of the third. Swing and a miss and got him. Strike three. Diaz. And up next will be Carson Riley.
Up next from Mountain Sales, center fielder number 16, Landon Jernigan.
Upper to the second baseman, and he's going to dig, but not in time. And 1, 2, 3 go the Cavaliers. And a quick moving ball game. We go to the bottom of the third. Trojans lead it 3-2. Owners Pizza baseball game of the week.
Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com.
And welcome back. And first up for the Cavaliers here, and at the plate, Trey Ham. Jackson Nebel on the mound for the Cavaliers. Strike right down the heart of it that time, 0-1. Go to the bottom of the third. Trojans. Neville gave up a 3-run homer to Austin Marchman in the bottom of the first, and that's about it so far. He's got a little trouble early in that bottom of the first. Marchman made him pay with 2 men on at second and third. And there's a hot chop to the shortstop, and he's not going to be able to handle it. Straight to Jackson Taylor, and Trey Ham is going to get it. That's going to bring up your starting shortstop, Miles Morris.
On the plate for the Trojans, shortstop number 28, Miles Morris.
Morris also the starting quarterback for the Trojans on football. Normally we see him in right field, but we've got a little bit of a lineup shake-up here tonight by Coach Joey Hiller. Not pleased with the game yesterday. Back-to-back, throw to first, not in time. Tried to go back over there that time to Jack Beers, who's at first base. Time, Miles Morris steps up there. Looked like he was going to square the bunt for a moment, but did not get the pitch. Tonight, got a raucous crowd here tonight, too. Always fun with these crosstown rival games. Miles Morris will square the bunt. Good crowd on here. Thought it was going to be a little cooler this morning. It was a crunchy 28 degrees at 5:40 this morning. It was great. Should have been there. Me and my T-shirt, my flip. Glasses hanging on crooked. Neighbors going to work early looking at me like I was a prowler in the yard. It was great. Square the bunt, and that ball's going to get away, and Trey Ham's going to go down to second. He's going to be there in time. So the ball got away from the catcher, Clay Murphy. So let's see if the Trojans do their job of manufacturing runs, which is what they do very well. I had a great conversation from the Mount LaSalle's Cavaliers. Always such a great conversation with him. His honest opinion. When his team plays bad, he's going to say it. He's not going to make excuses. And he thought his team did not play well last night against Tattnall, even though they hung in there with it. Going to throw the runner out at first, but it gets Trey Ham over to third, and Miles Morris does his job. Lays a good long bunt. Third baseman had to cover, and the pitcher, Jackson Neville, had to go get it. Got the runner at first, but they advanced the runner over from second. And that, so one away here, runner on third. But trouble stands at third for Jackson Neville. Fink stands in there, the right hand, ball one. A flag at center field, just laying there, hugging the pole, not doing a thing. Talked to, as we were talking about Bubba Poole last night, that was a very close ball game until really factoring runs. That game was tied 2 apiece, and they ended up winning it 5-2. Ball 3. So Neville now in a little trouble here. And let's see what Logan does here. In the first base. And caught him on that knee. Logan Fink goes to first. And that's going to bring up number 5, the man who stung him once already. And he tagged him for a 3-run homer in the bottom of the first and gave the Trojans the lead. Cavaliers fought back in the top of the second and scored 2 of their own. And coach is out talking to his pitcher. While we're at it, we Stoner's Pizza, U Parkham Mucellum, Texas Border Grill, Kudzu Seafood, Palmax Incorporated, And, of course, BT Media Productions, Brandon Thompson. He came in and saved us tonight. We were ready to throw it all out the window from the press box, literally. It was going to be 21st century, and we're still trying to figure out this internet thing everywhere. Everywhere we go, it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to put it out there like it's down for high-speed broadband, and we need it now. But better than that, if you're listening, so when we get in these tight spots like this, we have emergency backup. We'll put your name in lights, baby. You won't regret it. 21 broadcaster of Prep Sports in Macon, Georgia since 1999. The only one. Maybe some more surprises. We've done rugby, we've done basketball, we've done soccer. I mean, it couldn't happen. Done a little semi-pro baseball. Hopefully we can talk about that down the road. Marksman going to get a chopper over the third base line. He's going to drive a run in. Trojans going to lead it 4-2. So Austin Marksman has done damage. And that's going to bring up Luke Lasky, your designated hitter tonight. Many times we'll see Luke in his position as the starter. Coach Hiller is going to pull his hitter back and ask him to come up. And now Mr. Lasky will make his way back. It's a baseball Friday night on DSBN Sports. We're glad to have you earlier. Hopefully the broadband gods will start solving this in Macon, Georgia. Pitch on the outside, ball one. Runner on first and second. Another RBI that gives him 4 on the night. Pitch, and there's a drive, and it's going to get over the second baseman's head, following the short center. Man's on his horse. Here he comes. Throw to the plate, not in time. Will go to the cutoff man. Runner goes to third, safe on the corners. Austin Mark Lasky at first will get a pitch runner. And Logan Fink scored on that one. Caden Toad. So 5-2 in the first, 2 in the second. So Luke Lasky comes in as a designated hitter, and Lasky gets the hit. Third, and he's on first. And who's at the plate? Number 22, Brooks Gorman, your starting third baseman. Jackson Neville throws back to first. Neville looks in. Goes back to first again, not in time. Neville will step back, take a long look at it. No balls, no strikes to Gorman. He's thrown the first twice. Now let's see what he does here. Time. Marchman is at Gorman at the plate, and it finally comes. Going to get by the catcher, and the runner is going to come home, and he is going to score. Trojans lead it 6-2 now. So Jack. And its catcher, Clay Murphy, is going to go out and do just that. Toad, the pitch runner, now at second. Here's the pitch. Ball high outside. At the plate, third base with a runner on second and a 5-2 lead for the Trojans. 6-2 lead, rather, for the Trojans. Outside, ball two. Neville now struggling to find a beautiful night here at Tattnall in North Bibb County, right off Wesleyan Drive. Been a very nice day today here, but very, very cold. And that's going to bring up Hunter Alexander, your starting catcher here tonight.
Catcher number 2, Hunter Alexander.
Caden Toth stays at second. Only one out here in the bottom of the third. Another big weekend here in Macon. Lots going. Swing and a miss, strike one. I think up in Monroe County, everything's got yellow ribbons and bows everywhere. We call it the Pollen Dust Festival down here. But it is apropos to call it the Pollen Dust Festival. Go? Yes, he went. Strike one. Strike two, rather. Hunter Alexander. But it'll be a big crowd down. Some good food. Live music. Had a lot of fun going to it in the past. And there's a little foul ball. So 0-2 stays ahead of the batter, and the batter hangs in there. Just weeks away from the mighty Cherry Blossom Festival. However, second week of February around here, it was ridiculous. Pine trees started blowing yellow dust bowls everywhere. Cut the grass last week. I got through after about 4 hours. Longleaf pine was coming out. But I lived through it. Well, I didn't really. I sneezed for about rain and ball high and inside, 1-2. But it's been a pretty week. Had some rain, knocked some of that pollen out for folks without. Then woke up this morning and it was frost still on the pumpkin. That's why Grandma was right, wasn't she? High. Well, 2-2 goes the count. And now Jackson Neville struggling to find home plate. One away. Runners at first, runners at second. Brooks at first. Caden Toth at second. Ball 3-2. Go to a full count here. Now let's see what Coach. One away. And he's been known to put the hit and run on here. Alexander's going to square the bunt. Will he? No. So Neville gets that much-needed second out. And that's going to bring up your second baseman, Dawson Brown.
Plate number 27, second baseman.
These two teams were originally squaring off over at Mountain Sales on Wednesday, but the rain came. Back nights, and Neville gets a strike. About chest high, and he dropped that one in there nicely. 0-1 to count with 2 away. Strike 2. Dawson Brown just leaned into that one, wanted to pull it and couldn't, and quarter of the plate was a good pitch. So Neville trying to get out here, 0-2. Ball high outside, 1-2. Here in the bottom of the third. Runner at first and second, both have a good lead. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 away. Go rather not a chopper, a little looper to the third baseman, Ross Mendiaz, and that'll get the third inning of the night. 3 runs, though, for the Trojans. Austin Marksman has another RBI. Trojans back. Welcome back to Tattnall as we go to the top of the fourth, and there's a little chopper to the third baseman, and he can't hang on to it. Brooks Gorman. And number 6, Micah Hadaway leads off with a hit for the Cavaliers, and that's going to bring up next 9, Clay Murphy, your catcher. So 6-2 is your score as we go to the top of the fourth here. Ball, that's low and inside. Logan Fink on the mound for the Trojans. He's gone the entire way so far. Gave up 2 in the top of the second. But since then and before that, he's pitched pretty well here tonight. Ooh, close play at first base. Strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Spring break about to make its way around to the local high schools. Already started at the colleges this weekend. Bunt, and that's going to go foul to Clay Murphy. 1-2 is the count. Won't be long for the big Braves will be playing. And here in Macon, we're all excited about opening weekend in June between the Savannah Bananas and the Macon Bacon. And today, they named their Bacon mascot. And his name is Kevin Bacon. and they introduced him to the theme from Footloose. Swing and a miss and struck him out, one away. So down goes Clay Murphy, and up next will be your designated hitter, and that is number 25 in for Jack Beers, Andrew Craddock. And he's going to hit a high fly, and it's going to get a. And that is going to be Gray Talton in right field, and he gathers it in. He drifted towards center. And back up next will be Jackson Neville, your pitcher. And we call him Neville, but in PA announcer says Neville. We'll check with Bubba the next time Coach Poole and figure out the exact pronunciation. So if mom or dad or grandparents are listening in, we apologize for not getting it right. But we think we are. Strike on the inside corner right at knee high. No balls on strike with 2 away. Runner on first here for the Cavaliers. Trying to get some runs aground and close this gap. 6-2. Trojans lead it on 3 in the first and 3 in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 to the batter. Throw back to first, not in time. Hot chopper to the second baseman on the first. 1-2. And that's the end of the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Trojans still lead it 6-2. We'll be back after this timeout.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
All right, welcome back to Tattnall at plate. It's center fielder B.J. Spears as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Tattnall leads at 6-2. Strike on the outside corner. Good pitch that time. Jackson Neville stays in. High and outside that time by Jackson. 1-1 is your count. 6-2 is your score. On deck, top of the order, first baseman Trey Ham, and he's had a pretty good stick at times this year as well. There's a hot shot down third base, and that's a base hit. Runner will make the turn. BJ will at first, and the throw into second. And that'll hold the runner at first, and that's going to bring up Trey Ham. And Trey can certainly take it deep. And we'll see if Jackson Nebel decides, or if Bubba Poole is about ready to make a change at pitching. Nebel will stay in there. Throw back to first, close, but not in time. BJ with a good lead over there. One on, nobody out, no balls and no strikes. Trey Ham is your hitter. Throw back to first again, not in time. Time by the batter. Pitcher steps off the mound. And we got a time because somebody's got a dog or a cat running out in right field. That's great. It could be a coyote. I keep hearing they're everywhere. But a little small. And I believe that was a cat. Might have been a dog. But it was kind of blonde colored, so it wasn't bad luck or anything. 6-2. BJ Spears with a big lead. Back in time. Got a little closer that time with him. No balls and no strikes. Will he come to the plate? And he does. And it's going to get in the ground. And BJ Spears is going to go to second in time. Tried to get it out there to the second baseman, and Walker Schofield had his glove on it in time, but BJ beat it out. So once again, Trojans playing good base running. Now a runner in scoring position, and they'll try to manufacture something as they always do. On the outside corner, 1-1. Spears gets a good lead at second. Throw back to second. Nope, he doesn't. He steps off the mound, though. Cavaliers a little worried about the speed of B.J. Spears here. Went to it 3 times out of 4 pitches to first base with him. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2. Trey Ham at the plate. Not in his normal position of catcher. He's at first base tonight. As we said, a little bit of a lineup shakeup here tonight for the Trojans. Logan Simmons not in the lineup. Ball outside, 2-2. Nobody out. B.J. Spears sits at second. And then stole second on a pass ball. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3, 3-2. So Trey and Ham will look for his pitch. And B.J. Spears will look for his opportunity on the base. And the 3-2. Swing and a hot chopper. It's going to get by a shortstop. And B.J. Spears is going to get around. And it's going to go wide, and it's going to go behind the plate. And let's see what happens. Trey Ham makes him pay. And it's 7-2. And shortstop, Jackson Taylor, that time really got a little shielded by the infield umpire. And that was a hot, hot shot. Trey Ham sizzled that one. And let's see, will they send in a punch runner for Trey Ham? They're going to make a change at pitcher now. And they're going to bring in the left fielder, and that is going to be number 33. Carson Riley is now going to be your new pitcher. And that's going to be the night for Jackson Neville. We'll take a timeout while they warm up a new man. And we'll be back after these messages. It is the Stoner's Pizza baseball game of the week. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Trojans lead at 7-3, or 7-2 rather, over the Mountain DeSales Cavaliers. We'll be back after this timeout.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
So a new pitcher on the mound, and the first pitch, Carson Riley is a ball. Miles Morris, your starting shortstop here tonight, at the plate. Trey Ham at second. Ball outside. 2-0. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the fourth. And the Trojans have scored 1 run already. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1. So Jackson Neville's night is done. Carson Riley is in for him now for the Cavaliers. Miles Morris at the plate. Strike as he squared the bunt on the outside corner, 2-2. Runner on second always can get you in trouble with the Tattnall Trojans. They know how to manufacture runs. They can play long ball with you. They can play short ball with you. Outside, 3-2. Full count now with nobody out. And we'll see what runner will do here. Miles Morris at the plate for the Trojans. He'll square the bunt. And they'll walk him. So now runners at first and second, and this is going to bring up your pitcher, Logan Fink.
Now the plate number 26, Logan Fink.
Seven to 2, nobody out. Runners at first and second. Morse at first, Ham at second. Try to throw a little change up. Cavaliers on their second pitcher of the night, Carson Riley. Strike down low on the outside corner. Of course, GHSA basketball still going on at the Macon Coliseum. I'm sorry, the Centroplex. I'm dating myself. Maybe they said some of us still call it that. Ball outside, 2-1. Congratulations to the Warner Robins Demons on winning their state championship yesterday. So the Demons made it to the state title in football and made it in basketball as well. In third, so Miles Morris does his job and lays down the little sacrifice bunt, and that's going to bring up Austin Marchman. Of the 7 runs here tonight, he's accounted for 4 of them. So Marchman has done some damage to the Cavaliers here tonight. Sorry, I said Miles Morris laid down. Logan Fink was the one that laid down that bunt. Morris is at second. Trey Ham is at third. Austin Marchman, who has 4 RBIs here tonight at the plate. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. One away. That was low, 2-1. So they wind up basketball this weekend over at the Centroplex. There's a drive, and that's going to fall in between center and right field, and that's going to drive in 2 more runs. And Austin Marchman is having himself a night, and it is 9-2. And he has now driven in 6 of those 9 runs himself. And that's going to bring up Luke Lasky, your designated hitter, to the mound.
Number 1, Luke Lasky.
So 9-2. And we're getting a little close to Mercy Rule territory here for the Trojans over the Cavaliers. And that's exactly what happened earlier in the JV game here tonight, as the Trojans were able to win that one. I believe the final was 11-1. And we're in the bottom of the 4th here now. 9-2 with 1 out. Luke Lasky at the plate. He is your designated hitter role tonight. Strike, outside corner, about just high. Good pitch that time by Carson Riley. Austin Marchman, quite the night here for the Trojans. That's a ball, goes in the dirt, but Clay Murphy's able to block it. Marchman with 3 hits and 6 RBIs. Ball's outside, 2-1. Strike on the outside corner. Home plate is like that outside corner for both pitchers here tonight. I know we kind of harp on that maybe at times to you, but it is interesting to watch when they do it and how they do it. And generally, I will say this, they've been consistent in their strike zones. That ball was outside, 3-2. Some like the outside corner, some like the inside corner, some like them both. Little chopper, and that's going to get past the third baseman, and that's going to get another run in, and it's going to be 10-2 as he shot it down the third base line, and it went over the bag, and he is safe at home. And Austin Marchman scores another run, and that is 10-2.
Now the plate, number 22, Brooks Gorman.
And so now we have a pitch runner coming in for Luke Lasky. And that is number 11, Elmo Daniels. Got to talk to Coach Hiller about this lineup card. I guess he's got really good eyes, or he's used to 13-year-olds looking at it, because that one's a little tiny. We're going to blow that one up a little bit there, Joey, for the old folks in the booth. So up next to bat, Brooks Gorman. Runner on first. And that's the pitch runner for Luke Lasky. Ball inside and high. 10-2. Strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Good pitch that time by Carson Riley. Elmo Daniels down at first. And there's a little looper and to left field, and he'll have it, and the runner will not tag. He'll go back, and that's number 2, Hunter Alexander, your catcher. 2 away with a runner on first. On deck is Dawson Brown, in the hole, B.J. Spears. B.J. drove in the run. Alexander stands in. 2 away, runner down at first. The pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. Two away, the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Glad to have you with us. Thanking our sponsors one more time. Stoner's Pizza Joint. You park them, you sell them. Kudzu Seafood, Texas Border Grill, Pawn Max Incorporated. That's ball outside. Apparel Authority. Middle Georgia State University, and BT Media Productions, btmediapro.com. Brandon Thompson. He drilled it to center field. Runner's on his horse. Will he go to third? Yeah, he hesitated. Will they get the throw? Not in time. Runner's on the corner with 2 away, and that's going to bring up Dawson Brown. So 10-2. Tattnall trying to get something else going. And we're going to get a pitch runner. So Hunter Alexander will come off, and number 30, Connor Toth, will go to first and run for him. So Carson Riley now has given up a couple of hits here. Ten to 2 is your score. Trojans leading. They scored 3 in the first, 3 in the third. They scored 4 in the bottom of the fourth. Ball inside. Now this home plate umpire does not like that inside chest high pitch on the corner as much as he likes that outside corner pitch. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 away, runners on the corner. And the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Two and one, your count. Runner takes his lead at first, takes his lead at third. High and outside, ball 3. 3 and 1. 2 away. Carson Riley 1 pitch away from loading the bases here. What will Coach Hiller do with Dawson Brown? Will he give him a green light here? He does, and he's going to pop it down the first base line, but I believe it's going to go 3-2 count with 2 away, and everybody will be on their horse now. Carson Riley stares in for the 3-2 pitch. Dawson Brown awaits. Here it is. Ball. Strike 3. Got him. We go to the 5th. Trojans put 4 more on the board. They lead it 10-2. We'll be back after this timeout.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
And we go to the top of the 6th here. Trojans lead at 10-2. 3 in the first, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth. Cavaliers scored 2 in the second, and that's been about it here tonight. And up next for the Cavaliers is Jackson Taylor, the shortstop. On the mound for the Trojans, Logan Fink. Low and ball 1. Coach Bubba Poole stands down at third. Strike on the inside corner that time, 1-1. The pitch. Pops him up. Will it go to right field? It will, and the right fielder is there, and he is out and under it, and that's Luke Lasky. Around the horn, there we go. Up next will be second baseman, number 7, Walker Schofield, with 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Ball high, 1-0. Glad to have you with us on a Friday night. I know you're not all watching basketball. Come on. There's a hot shot, and it's going to get past the second baseman and roll into center field. And that was too hot for him to handle that time, and that was Dawson Brown out there. So Schofield goes down to first with one away, and it's going to bring up Rossman Diaz. And Rossman is quite a player and a good hitter. We watched him the last couple of years, and the man's certainly grown up. So Diaz will stand in close to the plate with a runner on first and one out. Low and outside, ball one. And going to pop it back this way and miss the Maserati of executive producer Brandon Thompson once again. Of course, he's got his posse out there standing with a hard shell over it just to make sure that nothing happens. Strike on the inside. Pitch that time. He got that thing to break in late, right on the inside corner. That was a pretty pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 away. That was nasty. Rossman Diaz steps out, steps back in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Logan Fink brings it to the plate. Low, inside, 2-2. 2-2 count to Diaz. Be careful with him. He can hurt you. We've seen him do it before. Fouled it back this way. We'll stay 2-2. Rossman certainly capable of making a big swing and making it pay off for him. Walker Schofield at first. He let it off with a hot shot to second. Ball. Ooh. 3-2. And the home crowd didn't like it. Three-two count. The pitch. Low, and he ball 4 and walks him. So now the Cavaliers making a little noise on base. So 1 away. Logan Fink's got Schofield down at second. Osman Diaz at first. And Carson Riley, your new pitcher for the Cavaliers, will step in now. Carson started in left field. High and outside, ball 1. Top of the 5th. Logan Fink's had himself a good game on the mound so far here tonight. Gave up 2 in the second. And he's going to be out. He bunted it, and I think he hit him. Let's see. Nope. Foul ball. One and 1 to count, 1 away. Rossman Diaz at first, Walker Schofield at second. Carson Riley at the plate. High and outside, and that's going to get away, and everybody's going to be safe as the runners will go to second and third on the wild pitch. So now you got runners in scoring position, a 10-2 lead for the Trojans. With Schofield on the corner, and Rossman Diaz goes to second. 2-1 the count to Carson Riley at the plate. Logan Fink trying to get himself out of a jam here. High, ball 3, 3-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 3-2, rather. So a full count with one away here. Fink would like to get this out. Carson Riley would like to help himself out on the mound by getting some runs in here. Here's the pitch. Chopper and stays alive at 3-2. Cavaliers need to get something going here. This is a big pitch coming and a big at-bat for Carson Riley here for the Cavaliers. Fouled it back and he stays alive. The payoff pitch. Going to drive it to center field, and the center fielder's going to have it. And now they're going to throw home, and they will. Will they get him at the plate? No, he can't hang on to it. Runner scores. And 2 outs, and the Cavaliers get on the board with a run, and that makes it 10-3. Shortstop had the cutoff throw. Miles Morris. And that'll bring up center fielder Landon Jernigan. So he flies to center. Runner tags at third, gets home, makes it a 10-3 ball game. Two out. Ball low. Rosman Diaz was not able to come around from second on that play. High ball 2-0. With 2 away, runner on second, 1 run in for the Cavaliers. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Fink with a good high fastball that time, right down the middle of the plate. Landon was a little late getting around on that pitch. 3-1, we go to the count. Jernigan at the plate, Rosman Diaz at second. With 2 outs and Logan Fink trying to not let any more damage occur here. The pitch. That one's going to go into the dirt, and it's going to walk him to first. And it's going to get away from the catcher. And the runner's going to get over to third. So now you got runners on the corner. And that's going to bring up number 6, Micah Hadaway, the right fielder for the Cavaliers. Here's a hot shot to the second baseman, Miles Morris, rather it's short. He's going to be in time, and the Trojans will get out of the inning. Down the go, but not for the Cavaliers. Score 1. It's a 10-3 ball game. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Trojans up next. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, "Oh my, what a pizza pie!" Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Welcome back as we get ready to go to the bottom of the fifth here. Once again, our sponsors, we'd like to thank them. Stoner's Pizza, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, Cherokee Brick and Tile, Pondmax Incorporated, Apparel Authority, Kudzu Seafood, Texas Border Grill, BT Media Productions, btmediapro.com, and Middle Georgia State University. So BJ Spears will come in. And he'll stand at the plate, and that's ball one. In for his second inning of work is Carson Riley. Fouled off, 1-1. As we said, a very cold start to today. Warmed up rather nicely. Got maybe to 60. Cool off again tonight. I think we won't be quite as cold tonight. Maybe in the low 30s, maybe mid-30s. Warm, pretty day tomorrow. And then, yep, Sunday. Going to rain. Sunday's a good day for hearing that rain, getting a nap, maybe eating a little bit. Watch a little Walking Dead. Swing and a miss and struck him out. One away in the bottom of the fifth here. Go to the top of the order, Trey Ham.
Plate number 15, Trey Ham.
Trey at first base tonight instead of his normal position by a catcher. Ball inside. Strike on the outside corner. Home plate likes that pitch tonight and has certainly been gratuitous with it to both pitchers. That one's outside, 2-1. Ball low, 3-1. On deck, your shortstop, Miles Morris. Hot shot, and nope, foul ball. So we go to a full count on Mr. Ham with one away. And the pitch. Walked him, ball 4. So he'll go down the first base line with one away, and this will bring up your shortstop, Miles Morris. On deck will be Logan Fink.
Now plate number 28, Miles Morris.
And we're going to have a pinch runner, it looks like. And that's Carter Fink. Come in for Trey Ham. So Carter Fink in for Trey Ham after the walk. He'll pinch run at first base. Miles Morris will step in with one away here in the bottom of the fifth. Throw back to first, not in time. Outside, ball one. We were rapidly rolling along there, but now we've slowed a little bit. Cavaliers tried to chip away a little bit last inning, ball high. They got one run in. Trojans scored 3 in the first, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth. Cavaliers scored 2 in the second, 1 in the fifth. 3-0 is the count. With one away, Carson Riley would like to get this out here. Strike. Ooh, got that one high. So Morris with a 3-1 count and a runner at first. Outside, that is ball forward. And that'll move Carter Fink down to second. And it's going to bring up Logan Fink, big brother,
Number 26, Logan Fink.
to the plate. Logan is senior. Trojans on first and second with one away. Strike on the outside corner. Strike two, got him chest high right down the middle of the plate. So Fink finds himself 0-2. And Carson Riley would like to get an out here and make it out number 2. High and outside, 1-2. On deck is Austin Marchman. Chopper down the first base line for 1. Throw to second, not in time. Go to second and third. 2 away, and Austin Marchman is a man that has put some damage on the Cavaliers tonight. Of the 10 runs scored, he has accounted for 6 of those. Strike. And that's a consistent strike zone all night. And most guys have stood there and taken it. And Austin's going to pop it up to center field. The center fielder is going to grab it for out number 3. We go to the 6th. Trojans lead it 10-3. It's the Stoner's Pizza baseball game of the week on DSPN Sports. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Hey folks, every now and then we're a little tight on cash. Well, if you're tight on cash, we want to encourage you to visit Pawn Max Incorporated, located at 2404 Pinona Avenue. Pawn Max is the place to get a loan or sell your valuables, hassle-free, making it easy to turn your unwanted gold, jewelry, tools, even firearms into cash. Why let your pieces collect dust when you need to collect dollars? They're licensed and insured and will give you the best money for your items. Go visit them today at 2404 Pinona Avenue right here in Macon, or visit them online at pawnmaxinc.com.
And welcome back to Tattnall. 10-3 is your score. Logan Fink on the mound for the Trojans. Gone the whole way. He's given up 3 runs, 2 in the second, 1 in the fifth. Up to bat, Clay Murphy, the catcher for the Cavaliers, swinging a miss, strike 1. Trojans look like they're in the bottom of the fourth inning. They might run away with this thing. Ball outside, got away from the catcher, 1-1. Ball inside corner, 2-1. Two-one pitch by Fink. Low and inside, 3-1. He gets behind. The 3-1 pitch, walked him. So Clay Murphy goes to first. Trey Ham is going to come over and talk to his pitcher. Up next will be number 25 for the Cavaliers, and that's Andrew Craddock, your DH here tonight. And he is batting for Jack Beers. So Murphy down at first, Craddock at the plate with nobody out here. Ball gets into the ground, ball 1. And we get a timeout here. It's one of the coaches for the Trojans going to come out. Bubba Poole will talk to his. I think next week we might be able to look at the schedule. Probably looking forward to a FPD Mount LaSalle's game next week over at Cavalier Field. We'll check our schedule, check our website. Remember, all our games every week, DSBNsports.com. Doesn't matter where you're at or what you're doing. Watch it on your mobile, watch it on your laptop, your tablet. Of course, it's all streamed live on our YouTube channel. We'd love for you to subscribe. Just go to DSBN Sports, 2 words, on YouTube. Subscribe. Hey, you got a Roku, a Smart TV, Apple TV, Chromecast, Baitcast, whatever you got on the TV. You can watch everything we do in full HD on the big screen. And then don't forget to like us on DSBNsports.com, DSBN Sports on Facebook. And hope to have some more exciting announcements down the week. And he is going to hit the batter, and the batter is going to go to first base. So Craddock, your DH, goes to first. Clay Murphy goes to second. Nobody out, runners at first and second here. And this is going to bring up number 5, Steele Bruce.
Number 5, Steele Bruce, now at the plate.
Hot shopper to second, got one. On the first in time, got two. Runner goes to third, but two away. Gets a double play. Nice play that time by Miles Morris at shortstop. Got the tag him at second on the first.
Number 11, Jackson Taylor, now batting for the Cavaliers.
Jackson Taylor. Now you're back. Strike. Ball inside. Gordon Smith is the pinch runner for Clay Murphy, and he stands at third. 1-1 pitch. Slow roller to the shortstop. Goes to first. Got in time. Down they go. So no damage done. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Trojans lead at 10-3. We'll be back.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
Leading off for the Trojans, Elmo Daniels will be seeing his first plate appearance of the night. He was in earlier for a pinch run. And we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Cavaliers, and it's still Bruce. So bottom of the sixth, 10-3, Trojans lead it on a Friday night baseball game of the week. Outside, ball one. Glad to have you with us. Want to mention all of our sponsors. Stoner's Pizza, you park 'em, you sell 'em. Cherokee Brick and Tile, Pond Max Incorporated, Swing and a Miss, Apparel Authority, BT Media Productions, Middle Georgia State University, Kudzu Seafood, our good friend Lee Clack down there, and our great friend Mark Coley at Texas Border Grill. Bounces that one up. Ball two, 2-1. I could use a little of those Gouda cheese grits and shrimp right now from Kudzu. Maybe a good old cut of prime rib or I don't know, let's say a 2-inch fillet from Texas Border Grill. Maybe a little loaded baked potato to go with it, butter and sour cream. Oh, hell, throw in a little bacon to go with it, too. And some sweet tea. But looks like a Crystal on a late night going home. I don't know. Mama made some homemade pimento cheese. I might have to hook up with that. That dog a hunt, won't it? 3-1 your count to Elmo Daniels. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Nobody out here. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Trojans lead the Cavaliers 10-3. Beat them last night over at Cavalier Fields. 5-2, I believe, was your final. And still Bruce is going to walk his first batter he faces. And up next for the Trojans will be number 22, your third baseman, Brooks Gorman. And that should put Hunter Alexander, your catcher, on deck. And that's a strike one. Bruce still on the mound now for the Cavaliers. There's a shot, and that's going to get into right center field. And here comes Elmo Daniels, and here's the throw to second base. And we've got a runner at second and third with nobody out. And your catcher, Hunter Alexander, up to the plate. So a stand-up double for Brooks Gorman.
Number 2, Hunter Alexander.
Nobody out. 10-3. And still Bruce at the mound. Outside, ball one. Nobody out. Dawson Brown on deck. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Hunter Alexander at the plate, starting catcher here tonight for the Trojans. 1-1 count. Going to foul it back down that first base line, and I believe that one's going to get out of here, and it will. And still Bruce will get ahead in the count, but he's got nobody out and runners in scoring position at second and third. Elmo Daniels at third. Brooks Gorman with a stand-up double at second. The 1-2. Ball. Going to get away from the catcher, but the runners won't try to move. Two-two count. Still Bruce to deliver. Outside ball four, and we have the bases loaded for Tattnall. Nobody out and no place to put another Trojan.
Now the plate, number 27.
And we'll get a pinch runner this time, and it'll be number 30. Connor Toth into pinch run for the catcher, Hunter Alexander.
Number 30, Connor Toth in the run.
Dawson Brown, your second baseman, stands in with nobody out and bases loaded. Inside ball one. A solid base hit here. Swing and a miss, strike one, 1-1. Bases loaded with nobody out. And the pitch. Ball outside, 2-1. On deck, B.J. Spears. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. Strike. Two balls and 2 strikes. Still Bruce delivers. Outside, ball 3 will go to the full count with nobody out and bases loaded. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. 11-3 is now your score as Elmo Daniels will cross the plate.
Number 42, B.J. Spears, now batting for the Trojans.
Bruce Gorman will be at third. Thoth will go to second. Dawson Brown will be at first, and B.J. Spears will be at the plate. 11-3. 2 more runs, and this thing's over. Outside, ball 2. Outside, ball 3. Gorman sits at third. Toth at second. Ball 4 walks him in. 12-3. Bases loaded. And that's going to bring up Trey Ham with 1 run away from making this a mercy rule ball game. Bruce still with the pitch. Gonna pop him up. Second baseman's gonna look, and he'll have it for out number 1. And that's gonna bring up Miles Morris, your shortstop. Miles had a pretty good tactical night here at the plate. If I recall correctly here, he's laid down a couple of sacrifice bunts. They got him on base and got the runners around both times. 1 away, Miles Morris at the plate. Ball outside. 12-3. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-1. 1-1, not strike 2. The pitch from Steele. Strike on the inside corner, and that was way inside. And the home crowd not excited about that call. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gonna drive it deep to center. Center fielder is gonna catch it, and the runner is gonna tag. Here's the throw to the cutoff man, the throw to the plate, not in time. And that, folks, is your ball game. Well, the Trojans win it by a score of 13-3. Before we leave you, we want to thank our sponsors, of course, Stoner's Pizza, the title presenter of all our games, Stoner's Pizza Baseball Game of the Week, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, Cherokee Brick and Tile, Apparel Authority, Pondmax Incorporated, Kudzu Seafood, Texas Border Grill, BT Media Productions, BTMediaPro.com, and Middle Georgia State University. Well, it was a heck of a night for the Trojans again. They scored 3 in the first, 3 in the third here in 6 for the Cavaliers. They scored 2 in the second, 1 in the fifth. And your final on a Mercy Rule game, 13-3. Austin Marchman had a big night. He drove in 6 of those runs by himself. So he is our player of the game. Congratulations to him. We'll see you next week, everybody. Probably going to get our first look at the FPD Vikings, who is off to an outstanding start themselves in their baseball season. But that's going to do it. Once again, your final Tattnall 13, Mountain DeSales 3. We'll see you next week, everybody. Our time is up. We thank you for yours.